Let's see the quick demo of clean architecture which I build using AI. So here my Web API which is integrate with the clean architecture as a outer layer and interface layer is a Web API, but inside that actually I build the clean architecture and consume that clean architecture in our Web API. So if I want to show you, so this is that architecture which is completely I build from using AI. Nothing I have to write any code. So let me see. So I just build all that endpoint. Actually, this is a online shopping API. So which have that card endpoint, category endpoint, order endpoint, and product endpoint, and that additionally user endpoint, right? So in here category. So here that I can see whatever the category I have. So currently this online shopping has this are the category. If I want to add, you can just post a new or add a new category also. And if I want to add an item in this in a product, so there's a product endpoint. So if I just execute, so I can there get the data. It is coming from the database, SQL Server database, and all the data is actually stored in the database and getting back from there. If I want to add a new product, so easily you can just add the product along with that new product name and that category name. And same things actually once you complete your product, you can just place that order, not order, before that actually you have to add that item in this card. So currently it does not have any card item. So for that actually I can just add a new card. So for example, like session, like it's simply session ID, whatever session ID, and product something. I have that one product like product ID and which quantity you want to order. So I want to order is a 30. Once we execute, so now product is out of infestation quantity. Okay, so whatever that there's a validation, so I can just use that too. Like this product does not have the such much item limit. So yeah, I can just I just created this item, and once you create item, I can just create a actually item in this card. So if I just see and here execute, yeah, so see that I just add that item in this card. Now I can just order it. So what is my session ID? This is my session ID. And if I go down, go to that order section, so go to here order one, and if I just try to out the session ID which you want to, you have just created, yeah, this session ID you just created. And if I want to order this item, so I can just order this item based on this email address, right? And if I just execute, yes, it's got created. And that you can see that order using that get order section, whatever order you just place, so you are able to see these are the orders. And that's it. Okay, so this is this complete application actually I just built using AI, which is a free AI, without paid anything and also without writing anything. Okay, so that we have to learn how we can build our clean architecture for any application like web API or MVC application and all, right? So that we will try to build over here. So let's moving to start implementation. So before we start implementation, I'm especially recommend, if you first time visit my channel, go to my channel which is .NET Real World Example. And for clean architecture actually there is a many session over here. You can just go through over there, like see this is a complete clean architecture I just build over here, like one by one, step by step. But those are things actually I just build uh, writing a code. But here the tricks, like without writing, without wasting a time, we can easily build a clean architecture uh, within a few minutes. Okay, so that is what. And additionally, if you want to learn other things like integration AI, how we can integration AI, how we can deploy my app as a free hosting, and also you can learn many things over here. So yeah, let's moving to start implementation. So let's open a VS Code. So I just open here VS Code and just I set one folder as an empty folder, AI clean architecture demo, right? So as we are trying to create a clean architecture as a AI, so I just make it same name. That's up to you. So what I need to do next I actually required a prompt, right? So what could be a prompt so that I can just build our clean architecture along with the web API or any other application we can consume it, right? So for that actually what I'll do, I just show it from that scratch so that any layman or without does not have a clean architecture information, and also they can easily create. So I just go any chat gpt or anything. So I just asking to, okay, just build a prompt for my application. We are in a clean architecture project and using this SQL server and entity framework, and also manage such a way so that our presentation layer as a web API or outer layer actually can consume easily other outer layer like as a MVC or Blazor application or any other application, right? So just give it that prompt so that ChatGPT or any other AI actually they can just keep this nice complete prompt. Okay, so now see, I just get this prompt. So if you're good with this prompt, I think we are good, right? So now I can just use this complete prompt, right? And also there is also, they see, they mention, they just create that complete structure as well, like cleaner structure architecture. So yeah, I think we can copy that whole entire things. Okay, just copy this complete things and go to your VS code. And in here, one thing I will try to use over here now, I'll just use the client. Actually there's an extension which you can just download over here as a try to use client. And once you use the client, what I have now, actually see, I see that couple of model actually they are providing as a free. So that's why I'm using that client. So I don't need to any router or no, any other providers which can provide and free. And also I just itself client provide this Grok code fast XAI is a free. And not only this one, actually if you observe, so let me zoom it a little bit. So here you can see there's a couple of things also is free, like for example min max free, also cat coder is free, and Mistral also is a free, which is a Mistral AI, right? So many things actually free. So that's why I'm just prefer this way. Okay, and yeah, just set your Grok code first one. Okay, and as a plan and a act, right? So whatever things actually we want to try. So as I use, I'm just first, if you want to plan, so you can just use as a plan mode over here. So let me try to use the plan mode and provide your complete information over here. See, that's it. Okay, nothing I have to do that. And yeah, let's see how this model, this AI actually can build this. And in upcoming session actually we'll try Google Antigravity, like how they are build this clean architecture, right? So without I writing any line of code. Okay, so simply I can just hit enter. So now see, as per I just set that plan, so they are just providing this complete information, right? So as like overall solution structure would be like this, like the first would be a clean architecture, domain, application and infrastructure, then web API. And then how they will proceed, the key implementation step would be the project initialization, like they will create a solution, then they will create all that step like domain layer, application layer and infrastructure layer, and implementation web API. And additionally configuration, they set up this global exception and all, everything actually they just set up this, right? And now finally if you are good with this, so they are asking to, okay, you can just proceed with this implementation. So yeah, I think we are good. I'm good with this plan, right? Because as like I can see, they are properly create a plan as we are trying to create a clean architecture along with the web API. So yeah, I'm good with that. So what I need to tell on here, yes, please go ahead with the implementation. Okay, so yeah, simply you can just tell, okay, please implementation. Okay, and that's it. So on here, see, they are asking to, okay, so please toggle with this act mode. Okay, so as like we just change it to plan mode, so they are asking to, okay, change to act mode. So I suppose it should be changed automatically, but yeah, no issue, we can change to the act mode. Okay, now see, I just change it to act mode automatically based on this their toggle button. And once you're done, they just got started. So now they are just started their implementation. And also I just set over here, see, as that approve, read, edit and all. So if you are not set everything all check, so definitely they will ask again and again, okay, just approve this, approve this. So if you check everything, so it will automatically check, create this file, read this file, and based on this actually execute the command. So yeah, that up to you what is you want to prefer. So yeah, now I need to wait, or I can just need to follow up this what they are trying to do. So let me just create the structure, and then once you complete, then we will come back to run this application. So finally I can see they are just built. If I see over here, so now see how easily they create this complete clean architecture along with the web API application in here at the within a few minutes. Okay, and yeah, if I just go one by one, now yeah, it is application layer which have the DTOs and all. It is a domain layer which have the entities and interface. And if I go back the infrastructure layer, so this is that infrastructure layer which has the data and all. And here this is a web API layer which can consume that application layer. Okay, now cool. And also it is, I can see it is just running this app. See, it is just running this app, and once you're running automatically, I have not done anything over here. Okay, just keep that that plan, and they just build and that run automatically. And also they run this listening port. So let me try to see actually how they are building. Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, and let me open any browser. So open this browser and paste it, and once you refresh, so once you refresh, it is nothing over there, right? But if you see, once you refresh, it is just telling something. But for that, actually what I'll do, actually I might be they build a swagger as well. I don't know, but yeah, let me check that they build a swagger or not. Oh my god, that is awesome. Now see, they build Swagger UI also in this my web API, and they just by default actually they just create these two endpoints over there. The one is that user, get the user. So if I just try to execute, now see, once you try to execute, does not have anything right now. That is fine. Might be that does not have, but there is also post endpoint which we can just add our data. I want to see actually once I get now see in this log I can see whatever that execution, also it's got execution and this properly getting from the database, right? So is the database also got created, is a migrated automatically, everything it's done itself, right? And now we have that retrieve query, and now just let me try to add a new data so that we can ensure okay the adding data also is working fine out. So what I'll do, simple add a name, for example test user, and that email something test at the rate gmail.com. Okay, and let me try to execute. So once you execute, now see the response body is 1, that means it is successfully created, and so also got created. And now let me try to execute here. So wow, see, now get a data properly retrieve as well. So that means the what are that implementation in build, it is perfectly working fine along with this inserting data and retrieving data. So this is unbelievable, right? So now what I can do next, so also if you want to see the plan and all, see they are just creating this plan where actually they want to create a solution, implement domain application infrastructure, and also implement web API presentation layer. So that is done, but I don't know why it's waiting, because might be they are just trying to check. Okay, so once I check, so what I'll do, simply I can just proceed with the proceed while running. Okay, so let me try to proceed with that. Okay, once I proceed, now see, once I proceed, so they are just giving this complete task completion what they have done. And in the lastly also they are just providing this complete information what we have as like to two endpoint, and also structure like ensure that testability usability, that is fine. And here, so see, if you want to run, so they are asking to okay, if you want to run, so you can run it using that swagger. So yeah, let me try to run that already running. I don't know that will work or not, because if it is already running, So yeah, in this terminal directly, actually it is trying to run directly terminal, but that is not fine, because this command should be run in our web browser, okay, which I already tested over here. So yeah, that is fine. So that means now it's completely done their job, like using the clean architecture without any issue and all, right? So I am I'm very impressed to this model actually. I don't know, this free model, Grok code fast one, which is completely actually build this clean architecture. Because in my channel actually I just create individually create all the structure, and also that take some time, at least 3 to 4 hours. But here within I think 15 to 20 minutes I just build this complete clean architecture along with the web API. Okay, so that is fine. So now what I need to do next? So next, what I want, so I want to give this little complex task, like, so that I want to ensure like, okay, they can also handle that. So now they handle the database and all everything. So what I want over here, so I want to build as a eShop API, so that later on I can consume that API in our front end app. Okay, so that online shopping app which have multiple API, right? So that API actually I want to build it. So let me just, I already just created some sample API's endpoint name. So go to this here, and in here what I can do, I can just simply paste it over here. Now see, if I just little bit up, so I just provide API endpoint, and whatever endpoint, like I just want to product endpoint which can have this get product, post the product, means create the product, delete the product, right? So as like online shopping, definitely we require this endpoint, like like how we can retrieve that product using by ID categories, and also search by the product, and also if I want to add that product. Same things for shopping cart, like if I want to add a card, so I can just add the item in this card, and then we can order it also, we can place that order. So such a actually online shopping API which I want to build it, so that I just mentioned over here. If you don't want to mention this thing, so definitely you can just simply ask, okay, please build a API which has this product management and shopping cart management, and also as a order management, so that they can place the order. And so such a way you can just use it. But I just want to see like how they can behave based on my requirement. Okay, so yeah, I think we can just ask, okay, uh, so yeah, I just asking to like this way, like please implement all these endpoints for this online shopping web API. User can manage product card and place order and tracking the order, right? And in here again, what we'll trying to do, I just mentioned this, and if you want to mention all that database schema as well, so we can mention, but as of now I'll just leave it to AI. And again what I will do, what I will do over here, I will just plan mode again, so that I want to see like what kind of plan actually they are built for this. Okay, so that we can ensure, okay, my plan is good for this. So simply I can just skip and hit enter. Okay, so here if I just scroll up, okay, so see, I just keep it here, and they based on my requirement actually, they just expand that domain layer, and they will just expand that in these are that entity they want to add it, like product category, card, order item and all. That is fine. And also they will expand that application layer, implement CQRS each features. And also product feature is this, like create command, update command, and that is perfectly fine actually. For card feature for this, order feature for this, and infrastructure layer they want to update entities and all. That is fine. And for presentation web API, they just create a product controller, card controller, and order controller. That is also fine. And also implementation step would be like this. That is fine properly for me. And technical consideration also they will use no authentication. Yeah, as of now we will not use the authentication, but yeah, later on we will try to authentication and all. That is fine. Okay, so I'm good with that, right? So yeah, it is asking, okay, would you like me to proceed? Yes, please proceed. So yeah, I can simply again I can say tell okay please proceed. Definitely it will ask you okay change to this mode, but yeah I want to ask to him to they will ask to okay chal, let me change that. Okay, so now see again they want to change, so yeah I want to just click on that, and once you click on that they will start their implementation plan based on that plan. Okay, so now they just got started, and let me wait again to complete this complete implementation. So finally they just completed over here and pending for again this URL, local URL. So let me see how they are just complete and what they have completed. So if you scroll up, okay, so yeah they completed over here, and they just no modification all the layer along with this implementation features, and these are that product actually API, this is a shopping cart API, and this is order API. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. So what I'll trying to do, I will just trying to run this app. Okay, so let me open any browser again, and if I just execute this, okay, so I can see over here there is some error actually. So yeah, that is fine. So that means some issue actually over here, so that we can ask okay that is the issue, please fix that. Okay, so yeah if you getting any issue definitely you have to tell okay what is the issue. But yeah first time I never get any issue. I first time did not get any issue, but yeah this time I'm getting some issue. So yeah that I need to check, or we can ask okay currently. So yeah you can just tell okay currently once I trying to run this URL I'm getting so error, and also please ensure the build should be run properly and fix the issue. That's it. Okay, so that they can understand, they can analyze again and what is the issue. They will try to run that app in terminal itself, and if they get any issue, and also they will try to fix it. Okay, so simply I can ask okay please try to fix my issue. So here see they just fix the issue and run this application, and I am able to see application is running this port. But how they actually fix that I want to show you over here. See in this below this command, this run this application command, they just before they also they just try to execute again that command, and they just get this complete error. So see there's a couple of dependencies error actually which I want, so I can just fix it. But yeah I just ask to AI, they can fix. So they are try to run this application run command, and they getting actually unauthorized exception due to this dependency and all. So once you get that error they just capture in here in this their console, and based on this they actually fix that. So once you fix that, see they just fix the dependency injection, and they again try to run it, and once you run it so it is running. So let me see go back to any here and just try to run again and see. Yeah, now I'm able to see all that API over here, but uh I can see only this product API, not other API. Okay, yeah that is fine. Let me try to see what we have right now. If I product API, if I just run it, so yeah what we observe, see I'm just try to get this get product, but I'm getting some invalid object product. That means uh this table actually schema is not properly created, right? So that's why I think this is the issue. Okay, but yeah I want to fix this to itself on a AI. Okay, so for that what I can tell proceed with the running, and yeah let me tell okay over here while I'm running that product endpoint I'm getting some error and all. Okay, so now see while I proceed actually that step I just missed that. Okay, so once I proceed running they ask try to migrate. Okay, so that migration actually was missing, that they have to complete. So now they are trying to complete it. Okay, so that is fine I guess. Okay, so finally see they itself have some issue, so they fix that, like the migration was missing, so they proceed completely. Okay, and again they just try to run. So yeah I think that is fine, that I think we have to check like how they can proceed. So yeah, so they are running again, and actually I observe one more issue, like there was running another way over here. See, that other terminal, actually my application was running, so they terminate that application and then again try to fix that migration. Okay, now cool. So what I'll do, before test it, actually again I don't miss that complete process, so I'll just proceed while running so that they have to complete first everything, then I will just try to check uh, my application. Okay, now see, they just completed. Yeah, so they have complete their job. Now what I'll do, I'll just copy this URL, go back to again my here and just paste it. Okay, now yeah, still I think other endpoint is not exposed, but yeah, let me try to see existing one like product one. So once execute, cool. Now there is a 0, which is fine. So what I'll do, I'll just try to create a new product. So for new product I can just ask, okay, ice cream, right, and description something ice cream, and price would be like 600. Category, yeah, I think there's a problem then, because category also required first. So that category I don't know right now category, so I can leave it now. Stock would be 10. Image URL as of now, simply I keep it empty. Okay, execute now. And yeah, that I'm expecting actually, because see that category actually required first. Actually we need to create a category, so that's why actually that endpoint is important, like category endpoint, so that is missing. So yeah, that we can ask, okay, we can see only product endpoint, but other endpoint is not available. Okay, so yeah, let me go back to again, and then actually we have to ask. So yeah, I can just ask over here. Okay, as of now it is running fine, but only product endpoint and is available, but other endpoint is missing. So could you please fix and ensure all that endpoint is exposed in the Swagger, and that all should be work as expected. Okay, so this actually prompt we have to tell, because whatever we missing, whatever we observe, actually we have to tell. So based on this, actually they will analysis, and they will expose all that endpoint. So yeah, simply I can just hit enter. So now I think there was a missing all that other controller, right? So other endpoint, so they just add it. But yeah, I think they just completed some migration also. I'll just complete this process while running, so that I can ensure they have just complete their step. Then we will start our testing to ensure all that endpoint is available and it should be work fine. Yeah, so I think they just completed. Yeah, so now I can just run it again. So go back to our endpoint and just refresh it. So yeah, as per the requirement, they just create everything, but actually initially once I provide the requirement, there was one thing missing. So that categories, because categories are just a master data. Okay, so that is dependent in this product, that is fine. But here just I just asking, okay, order, card and product, but there's no category actually where we can add that category. So there are either a two way, either I can ask to, okay, just create a category also, so that I can while this create a product, so I can just add a category first. So yeah, I think we can tell yeah, so that just we need to complete it for category section. So yeah, yeah, before that, actually what I want to ensure, like how many controller actually it's available. Yeah, so yeah, card controller is available. Let me check. Yeah, card controller is available, and also mediator, using just calling that mediator. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. Order is there in there, but yeah, I see somewhere they just created, in application layer. If I see that feature, so what are the features? Yeah, this is a card controller, and query it is, yeah, get query. So yeah, I think that category is missing. So yeah, for that, yeah, that actually we can tell as per the requirement. So we can just little modification my requirement. For example, Yeah, so for example, let me just copy this JSON. Okay, and in here, yeah, in here I just simply pasted, and I can ask, okay, go back again, just copy my uh sorry, yeah, this endpoint, right? So let me just copy this product endpoint. So yeah, I just asking over here in this product endpoint actually depend on a category ID, but currently there is a no endpoint for that. So to manage our category, so please expose all that endpoint which is required in this complete Web API application. Okay, sample I just provide over here, right? So that actually I don't want to create other endpoint, right? So but that I just want to see like how they can determine all missing endpoint which we are dependent on each other endpoint, so that they can create it. So simply I can just hit enter. Yeah, they just complete that implementation, also they just migrate it. Okay, and then I can just proceed with that. And yeah, once I proceed, if it is completed everything, so yeah, now I can see they just completed along with this document. So what they have done, actually I just want to verify. So yeah, they just completed here. Yeah, that category endpoint they just expose, and also product endpoint, shopping cart endpoint, order endpoint. Yeah, I think they just modification little bit over here. So also they see nicely they provide, that endpoints information, so that I can just use this. Okay, so let me just copy this because I want to create this one. Then product also, yeah, they just give that sample. Actually first I need to add that categories and then post using that IDs, and then we are good to go. Okay, so yeah, let me go back to over here and just if I just refresh, so card categories, yeah, this is the new one. So let me add a new card. So before let me the new card, so let me see how many existing card is available. Oh my god, so I think they just, this is a master data, right? So they just actually, I think they're seeding the data, so that's why we have that sample data. So now I have that one. So based on this one, actually the product, so I can just try to add a new product. Okay, and before that product add, I can want to check it like is there any product is available. Oh my god, so now they also just add some sample product, that is fine, but we will ensure that product is created or not, right? So for that actually we can just use as a test product. Let me try to add the new product, so test, and that also test. Price would be something 300. Category I can use one, I think it's one is available. Yeah, one is available, and then stock could be a 30. An image URL something, whatever that image URL as of now. Yeah, they just use something phone one for one. I think I can use this laptop one. Okay, so copy this and I can just replace it over here. That's it. Okay, and if I just execute, so now it's got created. I can able to see 201, that means 6 new ID would be 6. And if I just uh, execute this, I should able to see the new record. Perfect. So new product is got created, that is means product endpoint is working fine for get product. And also if I want to find any product like 6, it should be return that. Perfect. So product is fine, user is fine, also categories, so it should be work, I guess. So yeah, this is the way actually. So if you trying to just try to check if any endpoint is not working, so you can just simply tell to AI, okay, this endpoint is behaving like this way, so please fix that issue and all. But yeah, I hope it should be work everything, because as of now I can see everything is working, there's a no issue. So if I just add any random number, so yeah, if it is not available, it is not there. But yeah, that is perfect. So yeah, end to end actually, if I want to place if I want to add a card, right? So let me add a card also. Like for example, currently it does not have anything, right? So if I just add session ID, I guess it is a string, right? So session ID something could be a GUID. So but as of now I'll just keep it something my session ID something like that, 123, right? And product ID is something product ID. Okay, so I need to product ID. So where is my product ID? So which product I want to add my card? So yeah, I want to add a 2 means laptop. So go to here, product is 2 is laptop, and I want to quantity would be 3, right? And if I just execute, perfect, now new card item is got created. If I go to here, if I just session ID, I think the session ID required whatever I just posted, right? So I just post this session ID card, I just add a card, right? So yeah, I just add this session ID, so use the session ID. And if I execute, yeah, I'm able to see this is added in my card. And if I want to order, place the order, so I think I can order this item. So for order also, currently is there any order is available? No, nothing is available. So if I want to order, so this, see, they are asking to session ID and customer email, right? So I can just retry and add my session ID, and I want to customer email, for example, kumar@gmail.com, right? And if I just execute, now it's got created. And now this order I can able to see over here. All this order I can execute over here, execute that. Order got created. Yeah, order got created, I guess. So let me try to execute. Okay, so order have some issue. Okay, let me try to another post over here. If execute, okay, card is empty. Okay, yeah, card is empty just because last time whatever I just created, so that is gone. But yeah, I think some issue in this order. Okay, and if I just order ID, actually order ID was 1, right? So let me try to order ID 1 and execute. Yeah, no order is there. So that means some issue in order. So that we can ensure, like, that is okay. So for that, actually what I can do, I can just try to see. Okay, there's a no card item. So what I'll do, I can simply add a card item again. So yeah, I'll just use same ID, same product, and if I just execute, now card ID is 2, right? So card ID is 2. If I execute, yeah, card ID is 2. Okay, so card ID is 2, session ID is this. Okay, and if I just post this order, again I just want to post this order. Okay, ID is generated, but okay, so this is the issue actually. So once I post the order and order ID, if I just add a true, okay, nothing is there. So let me check this database, like uh, actually we want to fix, before fix, actually we want to see the database, how they are just creating that table and all. And if I want to see the database, so for the database section, you have to go to this application suggestion. And if you see the what would be the database, it is a local database, and this is my database name. Okay, so let me open it so that we can also ensure it is properly save it in my database or not, right? Yeah, we will fix it, that product order issue. So but before that I want to see in that here. So yeah, I can just go with this localhost, connect that, and the database name is AI Clean Architecture Demo DB. So as I can see over here, see the database is not available. Actually that is creating, a data express, SQL Express. So that's why I'm not able to see over here, but don't worry. That we can do a little bit effort over here. Like for example, see currently what is the database connection and all, they just use that SQL Express, right, local DB. So instead of this, so what I can do, whatever my database connection as a like server and all, so we can just change it to and we can use it. So my database actually basically either I can use a local server or my database name, so not database name, actually server name. So I can use my server name this, right, DB. I can just keep it same and nothing, I not need to change it. Okay, and yeah, I think later on I required one more thing. uh yeah, I think that is fine, trusted connection. So that is fine, I guess. So save it. And for here, if I just change my my local server database, right, and database, so definitely I need to migrate. So for migration, as they providing, actually if you see over here, they just providing on a migration. So you can just copy, see here. So they're just providing this migration command, so we can simply copy this and I can go with here and paste it and just want to change the migration name. Okay, so that here I want to change something like that. Okay, and once you're done, now they just start migration. Okay, so now see, they just migration and same things, we can just update, so that migrate and this is this update. So copy that, go back and simply I can just update. Actually see, we are just upgrade and migration on the infrastructure layer because our database connectivity in this infrastructure layer, and startup is our web layer, like web application, right? So that's why we are using it. And this is a simple command. So if I just add it over here and if I just turn this, okay, so yeah, I think see, this is asking, actually see, the login fail due to that certificate chain issue, right? So for that, actually this should not be in your local issue because my local is little different, right? So for that, actually what I need actually the trusted server certificate, need to allow, so that I can just simply add it over here. Before that, for end of this, actually as I can add this. Okay, so yeah, I just add this additional setting because my SQL server, in a local one, I required this trusted server certificate. So that's why actually I need that. So let me add that and save it. And once you save it, now I can just update again. Cool, now see, now it just update and migrate everything and now succeed. And once I succeed, and then I can, if I go to here and I just refresh and go to this database, I'm able to see my database. So this is my database, and if I just expand that, all the table should be available as expected. Cool, now, right? So now what I'll try to do, I'll just if I just want to see the data and all, so also I can see that data, but I want to check that order one only because that order has some issue, right? So let me create a new query over here, and this new query, let me querying that is select star from order. So yeah, this is my order. If I just execute, yeah, nothing is over the order there, but definitely I think some dummy data for product and product and other walls. So yeah, let me try to see, select star from product, and okay, so nothing is there. Might be once you run my application, that time will be apply that's one. So yeah, so for that, what I can do, I can run my application, not here, in here I can just run my application, yeah, using this command, run this application, and yeah, it is running. If I just open to here, if I just refresh, and if I just see the categories, should show some categories, yeah, this is the categories data, so that it should be available. And also if I see the product, Yeah, products got updated, but order nothing. Okay, even that card item, yes, this is that card item. So select, start from this, and if I see the card item, nothing. So what I'll do, I'll want to check like order why it's not properly save it, right? So for that, what I need to do, yeah, here I want to add a item like card item, and then I just place that order, right? So let me add a card item, and for card item I can use that session. Let me add some session 1 2 3. Yeah, I think it's pretty much good, and order would be 1, quantity would be 30, and execute. Yes, so I think card, I can check that card. So try now, execute. Yeah, I'm able to see the card item, and I want to place it the order. So go to that order section, place the order, try now, and session ID would be this, right? And email would be kumar@gmail.com. Cool. And once you execute, I'm able to see one, but if I go to that here, see, I'm able to see that one is a pending status, that is cool now. And yeah, now I'm able to see that, right? And if I just see here, execute that, okay. Okay, now okay, problem is that the query, I think get order the query is a problem. Okay, so what is the problem? If I see the query, actually once I get that query, so definitely it will execute here. So okay, so what they're trying to do, let me try one more time. So get order, right? So if I just get order, so once I get order, actually they're trying to delete this and session ID. Okay, so I think they are looking for based on the session ID, but session ID that got deleted, right? So due to that reason, might be not able to see that item. Okay, okay, so yeah, I think that is fine because of uh, that ID. Also, if I just try to this one, cool, yeah, it is also is a problem like this. Get and retrieve, actually retrieve that order is the problem, so that we can tell. Okay, so we can fix that issue actually. Okay, okay, so we can tell. So I can just simply ask, okay, all that feature is working fine, but once I place the order is available in the table, but once I try to use that endpoint, get order endpoint and get order by ID endpoint, it is not retrieving the data, so please fix that. Okay, so yeah, I think we can send this instruction, and let's wait to fix that issue. Okay, so they just complete it. I think there was some missing that thing, so yeah, let me just proceed and continue. Okay, so they just write a document what they have done, right? This is important. So the perfect, so successfully retrieve the issue problem and issue fix for get orders and get order by ID, yes, that we want. And what I implement get order. Okay, so see, that implementation was missing for that. Now they just fix it, and API got exposed, and it should be fixed now. Okay, so let me check now. Go here. If I just let me refresh that. Okay, so once I refresh, so that old data I can see is old data is exist or not in a database. Yeah, the old data is exist. And if I just try to get that data for not a product actually, so order. Okay, so let me try to order the data, execute that. Yes, now see, I'm able to see that complete order details along with that, customer name, order time, pending. It is a pending status. Total amount was this, and item, what item actually they order. Yes, that's perfectly fine. And also if we want to order by the ID, so if I did try to ID, it should be get that data perfect, right? So yeah, that's how actually you can just build your application using the AI without writing any code and all, right? So I have nothing to do over here, right? So additionally, I just, for the database connection and all, I just add additional, because just because my database actually SQL servers local is not properly set up due to this. But you can see this complete application actually we just build within a few minutes, right? So I think that is pretty much good this session. But yeah, in next and upcoming session actually we will try to deploy this complete clean architecture along with the API in a free hosting environment, right? And also this free this API actually we will consume in our other web application, like for example MVC application, or Blazor application, and then also Blazor WebAssembly application, and everything actually whatever we will done. So we will do end to end, like we will just deploy it as well as a free hosting, so that you can start your business and all for as a without wasting our money and all, right? So yeah, that pretty much good for this session. Thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share.